Hey Rob, welcome to the podcast.
What's goody, bro? How are you? How you feeling?
Yo, I'm good. I'm good. Yo, shout out to J5 for putting this together. He was like episode. He was
My
like
homie.
episode. Yeah, for real. Episode like in the 40s or something like that. Now I'm all the way up to this is gonna be episode 102. So it's crazy. The journey's crazy, man. And now I'm
That's
getting
good, bro.
yeah. Now I'm getting put onto more RNC stuff. So
Mm.
for a lot of people who aren't familiar with you, how about you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Rob. A lot of people know me as Ugly New York.
Hmm.
If you've known me from Tumblr, Twitter, IG, whichever it is, I've been there. I may have seen you. I've said what up. The most welcoming guy out. I host Ugly Radio on the RNC network.
Hmm.
And yeah, we here to talk some kicks. I was so hyped when he was like, "Yo, you want to be on the kick show?" I was like, "Yes."
Well, I mean, you was getting me angry with all these cops. Every single cop I see, you just get every pair.
Oh, new kicks, cool shoes. Hey man, I'm even lucky I even get those pairs because the way that things are now, I don't even go for shoes like that.
Yeah.
So it's like if I like something, I'm gonna do my best to get it at this point.
I think I definitely think now we're in this phase where just people either are paying the extra to get the pairs that they really want,
Yeah.
or they're getting lucky on some stuff. But I think it's just hard because, like, I mean, not even to jump in on something regular, on something that happened this week actually was that
Mm.
Cactus Jack drop, and I mean, like the
I don't
five
even I don't
the
even
ones.
try for that no
I
more.
mean, yeah, the not the fives. I'm so, the ones, the black,
The
all black
lows.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And how like a terrible release. But I'm such in a habit of like, oh, it's a shoe that I kind of like. It's not even like a shoe that I'm like, oh my god. I'm just like,
Mm.
I kind of like this shoe, and I still went for it, and it was just terrible. But yeah,
Yeah, I stopped the last Travis Scott I got was the Uptowns when he first started with the Nike stuff.
yeah.
And I flipped them because it's like I'm not gonna really wear this.
Yeah, it's crazy because
So
like
it's like,
in one of my group chats, my boy's like, "Oh, yeah, cops." I got look at like he shows the got him, and I'm like, "All
yeah.
right, cool." And I was like, and I go, "Yo, I hope you keeping them." And he goes, "Nah, man, these are to flip." I was just like, "Man."
I have a love and hate relationship with flipping shoes.
Yeah, I think like, and I mean I think I haven't had, well, I've had one reseller on, like a reseller I mess with for like years because I just knew him from the Nike SB community, 23 Penny,
Yeah.
and like this this was like,
You had 23 Penny on?
yeah, I had 23 Penny
That's
on.
fire. That's such an OG name, bro.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's why I hit him up. I was like, man, yo, I've been following you for years. Like I remember just hitting him up on AIM and stuff like that. So like,
Mm.
it's just, to me, like, I know there's then people will say or combat me on this, but there is a resale culture within sneakers that isn't what it is now. But before it
Yeah.
was just like, oh, we're just trying to cop a pair to maybe pay for the same pair, or you know get another pair, or like that's gonna help build your collection.
No, yeah, it's way different than what it is because I remember way back, like when I first started getting into kicks,
Hmm.
the reselling stuff was always there, like
Yeah.
from Preem to like the most random stuff. And then, but it was more so, if I get this shoe, I'm gonna help the next man get this shoe.
Hmm.
Like everybody was putting people on. Now it's like, if you ain't get it, you ain't get it. Tough luck. Sucks to suck. Like shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So
definitely
it's like,
became a dog eat dog world now with this, because like, it doesn't make it fun because now, I mean, we're both New Yorkers, so
yeah.
shout out to going to the Foot Locker, the House of Hoops Foot Locker, back when it was on 34th Street, and it just
Yeah.
being mayhem. It used to just be mayhem, but everybody was kind of chilled still though.
Yeah, because all of that back then, like you would make friends on those lines.
Hmm.
So like you saw them all the time. You knew what was up. They'll give you the info. It is what it is. And it's kind of like that now,
Hmm.
but it's not to what it's not as friendly as it used to be.
No, yeah. I mean, do you follow Kicks for Dummy at all? Kicks for
Yeah,
Dummies, yo.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yo, it makes you not want to jump online because it's the same, like,
No, yeah.
yeah, it's the same, like,
Everybody's clicked up. They in their
yeah,
discords and shit like
uh-huh.
that.
They all just like, oh, if I ain't getting it, then nobody's getting it. I'm just like,
Yeah, and
man,
that's nuts,
I'm
bro.
too
That's
old
not
for
what this
that.
shit is about. Yeah.
I'm way too old for that. And then we start seeing dudes with the blue bags and like three pairs
Like
on.
he is.
Oh my god.
So I I previously worked for Stadium Goods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw the ins and outs. I know all these people that be online. That IKEA bag is crazy, bro. Like they put me onto it. Cause like me, I get a shoe. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But they go in the spots getting multiple pairs, throwing it in the IKEA bags.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I got one in the crib because I sell cakes too. Still gotta get my hustle on, but like
Mm-hmm.
shit is nuts.
But you're here before we jump into all this. You're here to answer this one question that I ask everybody each week, and that is, what's your first kicks? What's that first pair of sneakers you absolutely need to have?
Pair of Uptowns classics, bro. And
Classics.
I got that from my pops. So my
Mm-hmm.
pops was like big on kicks, and like all he wore were Uptowns. So the second I got a chance, I would ask him like, "Yo, can I get a pair?" Had to get a white on whites. And as a kid, you're gonna wear them multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
but as you grow up, it's like, it's one and done. Like you can't really don't want them shits looking black when they
Uh-huh.
came white. Yeah.
So let me just give a little rundown. You may be the second person that was talking about ups. I think the first person is Dante Ross that was like ups. We had to have ups, and he's talking about 80, 89 when he's when he's copping ups. So
Yeah.
all right, here we go. I'm gonna use the '07, which is always be re-released, but recently re-released in 2020. The Nike Air Force One '07 triple white gives the classic silhouette a blank slate makeover, one that accentuates the shoe's classic lines. Built with white leather, the upper is appointed with heritage details, including a perforated toe box, variable variable width lacing, metallic silver lace debris, a matching white bottom cupsole packs an air sole unit, air sole heel unit encapsulated in lightweight foam. Underfoot, the rubber outsole features the original pivot point traction pattern. And I mean, like, I used to play ball in this, so this is
Yeah.
the is
I
wild.
had Uptowns to just go out. I had Uptowns for gym. All black pair I was using for gym. So when
Hmm.
everyone black Air Force activity became a thing, I'm like, yo, bro, I had these in gym. Like
Yeah.
I was rocking these shits in gym. The mids with the strap too. Those are my shit.
So like, how did you? Did you just tell your dad you want to get them and he got them for you, or he took you to the store and get them?
So it was, if I remember correctly, like he just got it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he'd be the one to get me shoes because he was on game. He knew what it was.
Yeah.
My pops used to work as a kid and working in Jersey. He worked in a shoe store.
Mm-hmm.
So he was all around it. Like he knew what was hot, what was in. So he caught me those. And then from there it just blew up. He would put me on. I remember when the patent leather sheets came out, the lows.
Oh yeah.
Me and him were twinning, bro. So it was like we had what he got, he would try to get me if he could.
That's dope. That's dope. I mean, I didn't. I don't. I didn't have that much of a connection with my dad, until, especially in sneakers, because he was just.
Yeah.
He always wore just like non-slip shoes because he's a chef and like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then so like all the time just non-slip shoes, and I was like, no, no, you're not putting me in them shits, bro. Like, you're not putting me in them shits, bro. So so how long did that last? Like, were you just like rocking? Were you just the uptown kid?
Oh yeah, I was strictly on Air Forces for a
Okay.
minute. And then it wasn't until like around 08, 09, one of my friends, like one of my middle school friends,
Mm-hmm.
my boy Angel, he got me into like SBs and everything that came in between that. He would be on Sneaker News showing me on the websites and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go after school and he would show me. And that's when I started learning. Like I started going on the blogs, the forums. And then from there, I was like, nah, I need to get Jordans. I need to
Mm-hmm.
get Dunks, all that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's the height of it too, because like
Yeah.
that's when I was getting into it too. But I was about to go to college during that time, so like, yeah, that was an interesting time, especially if you were a kid during that, because you got the sense of community, right?
Hmm.
So like people were more instead of it being like, nah, these are just hype, I'm gonna rock them. It was more like, oh, you got personality because you rocking these
Hmm.
versus just rocking, J's. And I think that was different in New York City for sure.
Super. Like that shit was so cool just to like learn about shoes, and then I'm learning about stuff that I missed out on. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck, bro. Like especially with SBs, like all those colorways that I missed out that were in the CCS magazines at that time. And then now you look at them, they skyrocket crazy. It's like, yo, bro, I'm never gonna be able to touch these.
Yeah, I mean, did you have a Grail list? Like, did you have a Grail list in like your signature or whatever? Like, would you just have like a list just and
I would take mental notes, like I need that, I need that.
mm-hmm.
But then when I seen the Huff Quakes, I was like, I need these. So when they had dropped the low SBs for
Yeah.
Keith, that's the closest I'm gonna get right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to have these shits. And I don't even
Yeah.
know if I want to take off the side panels to reveal the tie dye. I might let it.
It's because I really love that shoe and I wanted it because the highs are one of my grails and I still want a pair.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
If I get rich and I get into a pair, I'm keeping. I gotta get it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
And I mean, yeah, I don't understand why they're so high now, but like, yo, I remember holding one pair in my hand and being like, yo, this leather is crazy. Just like like I can't explain it because it's a shoe that you just like. It's like to me, it's like a mythical beast. Like I'm just like I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it. I'm no like I have grails. I've been able to get a pair of grails, but like now everything just looks mad uncertain. So you just try and you just like, oh man, I hope so. But yeah, once I had a pair of those, I went to Flight Club and I used to go to Flight Club religiously, and so.
Yeah.
I would go in there and then they had the pair there, but they always used to have it shrink wrap or whatever. And then
Mm.
I found once of them that I think they were like one of them. Somebody was trying to cop them straight off the rack, and so they took the plastic off, and I was able to hold it at that
Yeah.
time. I was just like, nah, this is crazy. This shoe's damn crazy. Well,
No.
what was I guess your sneaker scene growing up? What was that like?
The sneaker scene, it was like it was only me and my friends that really knew about it. Cause as
Mm-hmm.
like growing up in the Bronx, like there was people that knew about it, and like it'd mostly be like around Fordham, cause out over there you get custom uptown stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mainly uptowns. It was more so if you knew, you knew, because everybody else was rocking like polos, a solos, boots and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that at the time. So if you knew your shit, you could stun on people, or you was just rocking J's. No, no, the retro numbers, whatever number they was releasing, it
Mm-hmm.
was either that. You was either had J's, some had SBs, and then the rest was like boots.
I mean, that boot phase of New York City, I don't even understand it.
Hey
Like,
man, when it rained, it helped. But regular days, I wasn't rocking that shit.
dudes were just fighting nonstop with boots, like all like, and then it was because like now we have like Solomon and like these like
Mhm.
trail running boots, but like I remember in high school. These kids would get like these crazy name shoes, like some shoes, like for example, some shoe like was like named like a Dynex or something like that, some crazy name with Dynamo or something like that. And
Yeah,
I remember, and I'll be like, yo, these is crazy, but it looks like the ACG. I'm not the ACG, the ACS Solomons, but like it
yeah,
was, and I'm like, but they would just wear it like it's like they would be balling in it. I'm like, man, what's going on?
bugging, right?
Cause
Yeah,
yeah, it's nothing but Bronx dudes doing that, bro. Come on, man.
yeah. I mean, we gotta set the trend. You feel me? Bronx and Harlem all the time.
All the time, all the time. That's you can't tell. You can't. First of all, you can't go up to somebody in Harlem and tell them that Harlem is not its own borough. Like,
Yeah, they'll fight you till you die. Like it is our own thing.
and then you can't go to people from the Bronx, especially now after Ice Spice got popping. That
Shout out to Ice Spice. Shout
well,
out to Ice Spice, Cardi B, Tyshawn Jones,
uh huh,
two-time Skater of the Year,
yeah, yeah.
and Edgar Allan Poe, bro. It's the BX Mount
That's
Rushmore.
the BX Mount Rushmore is.
Yeah. Because I seen a pic, I had seen a pic, and somebody put J Lo, but like the Bronx doesn't really jack J Lo like that.
No,
He just assumes we do. So I'm like,
yeah. I mean,
no.
like when she was at her height, when she wore that dress with Diddy, maybe like everybody's like, "Yo, you see
Yeah,
J Lo, you see J Lo." That's when I would
I'll give her
say,
that because
yeah,
because of that dress. That's how Google Images started. So I'll give her that. Other than that, I'm like, I'm cool. You ever seen the video where she went back to her old crib, like the old block on Castle Hill?
I think I only saw the clip when nobody knew who she was. Was it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Who?" Like, yo, bro, nobody
I'm
know
Jenny.
you.
I'm Jenny. I'm Jenny from the block. You weren't outside. Get out of here. Man, that's wild. Like, I think like. I mean, I don't know this. Like, I only knew people just like everybody from the Bronx that fuck with sneakers back then was like they would mostly just reselling the Cop J's.
Yeah, Jay's
Yeah.
is a big thing, bro. Like the one J that I needed outside of like Uptowns or whatever was the metallic fives. Like I'll forever hold those into my heart. Like those are like one of the first J's that I was able to like put in towards with my pops when I was making like money here and there. So second I got those, bro, fell in love. Never took them shits off. I was
What
rocking.
I was gonna say, where'd you cop them at? What was the? What'd you
It was
do?
Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Caught them at Foot Locker, and then I'm like, these shits is so hard, bro. I was rocking it with whatever, looking online for like style tips for fives because the tongue was crazy. Like the way the mold of the shoe is, it's not, you can't really wear regular jeans with it. And then years down the line, you see the cool kids pop up. They were rocking skinnies with the fives, and I'm like, I can't fit in skinnies, but this shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Chuck English made me be like, all right, maybe I can
Right?
rock a five. Maybe I can rock some skinny jeans and because I mean, yeah, the cool kids. Because I was thinking about that recently too. It's funny you saying that because I follow Chuck English on Twitter and he's been posting a lot more recently because I think they put out an album. Either they put out an album last year or the year before that. And then I think they're working on another album now. So like I've been seeing him a lot, but then it just made me think like, yeah, they were legit trendsetters for a
Yeah.
lot of people, and like it was them, Lupe, and like everybody like was starting to start kick pushing and
hmm
and start
From
riding
like
bikes.
from like a personal group standpoint, like you
Mm-hmm.
had people that knew about retros, reselling that and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're online and you see Mike Rocks and Chuck, they're rocking retros with all this old 80s gear and shit like that. And they really did set the wave. Like I've never seen so many people go after retros, black
Mm-hmm.
cements, ones especially. Ones had that ill boom.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needed a pair of breads. I'm like, all right.
We here now.
Yeah, bro.
What shoot, so like what do you think about, because you talked about Tyshawn, so like I want to know, what do you think about that spot? What do you think about that 145th Street spot?
The video itself.
Yeah, the video itself and what it's done for now for that train station.
Oh man, everybody's gonna try to copy that. That clip, I ran that clip back so many times,
Uh huh.
and I'm like, damn, he really got it. And now I'm pretty sure because like skating is coming back slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Mad people are gonna go try to recreate that or try to one up it, set the tone, get viral off of it.
I mean, you saw the dude in the city bike.
Yeah, I've seen the city bike them. They wildin'. I'm like, yo, bro, that shit break. You gotta cost the grip. Like,
I mean, I don't understand it. Like, so I've only been to that stop once, and I was like, I kept looking at it. I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure if the train came to the other side, I could hop this whole thing. And like, I kept
yeah,
saying it
yeah,
over and over and over again in my head.
yeah, I could do it.
I was like, in a pinch, I could totally make this gap right here. And so when I saw that video, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a lot of trouble for everybody else
Super, yeah,
who wants to take this train now, because like that stop is gonna be filled now,
yeah,
and that he's on Supreme Team too, right?
yeah. He's on Supreme. He's under Adidas, but
Yeah.
also on Supreme and other brands.
Did
Like when
no,
go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Um, so with Adidas, they don't really got like a ill skateboarder
Mm-hmm.
type of scene. So like he's like the main one that's pushing the brand. Like his shoes is mad comfortable. I own like two pairs,
Uh huh.
and those are like really the only Adidas that I have,
I want
besides
to.
the Bad Bunnies. But
Oh yeah, I saw that picture too. You get everything. You get everything. It's all good.
chill.
It's him and Nora. Shoot, I forgot her last name. Nora V. But I think, and she just recently got her own signature shoe. So, Vasconcelos. but she just goes by Nora the Nora Explorer on Twitter. But yeah, she's been riding for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
so I think I mean I'm with you, right? Like, one of my favorite cultures is skate culture. Like, what it embraced, and
Hmm.
I had Dave Ortiz on here for episode 100, and we were talking
Yeah, I
about
saw that. Yeah.
yeah, we were talking about early days skateboarding and stuff like that. So it's just like the idea of like, because being a skateboarder is all about individuality. Like, how do you stray from everybody else doing the same moves? How do you
Hmm.
do your own thing on that? And so if we get that back again, maybe we'll get people stop rocking damn panda dunks every day.
They should just skated him. Fuck it.
Yo,
That's
I
what my
mean,
little brother did. He got him and he just skated him. Like fuck it.
I mean, those things. Because I only have one pair of those dunks. I'm like, man, that's like paper. It's like it's literally not
Oh
a
yeah, it's trash. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a terribly constructed shoe. So yeah,
That's how
the
most dunks are. You wear them once and then like the toe box is already crumbled up like loose leaf. Well, more so the newer ones, but
no, yeah, they were just like, you know what, we're gonna make a killing. Just make the shoe like out of here. You get $5 a shoe. Here you
I
go.
feel like it's a bit, bro, because I'm somebody at Nike is on Twitter seeing everybody with these memes. It's like fuck it, let's just make more. Keep tweeting about it.
Yeah,
Might as
everybody
well.
every week. Let's drop it again. All right, do it again. Let's drop some more.
Yeah.
Oh man, but like the have you seen or have you been on a line that has like crazy shit has happened?
Crazy shit. I remember one year when the playoff 12s came out,
Mm-hmm.
the first time they retroed it, there was a spot, Foot Locker by not Foot Locker. It's Foot Action.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Parkchester. And like we waiting online, chilling, and then out of nowhere, the Parkchester hood dudes come through, bump to the front of the line, they start wilding, like, yo, what the fuck? Nobody getting in. We getting our shoes. And then I'm watching people fold, bro. They're like, no, you're not getting it. You're not gonna get it. Like, we getting it. And they got it. And then by
That's
the time
crazy.
and then by the time you move up, they don't got any pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, bro, I just literally watch people get hustled back. And then you don't really want to start anything because you don't know what they got on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's early in the morning, people will start shit, bro. Nobody want to fight, none of that shit.
That's
I stay away
wild.
from that. Like after that, I was like, yo, I'm not doing this lineup shit no more. And I just didn't do lines. I'll be like, yo, if you there, try to get me a pair. If not, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at 21 Mercer. Like, it was the hood dudes just sitting across the street, and everybody
Oh yeah, they be
folded.
posted up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they folded as soon as the line started. They were like, "Ah, yo, we're doing lines." I knew it was and I'm so dumb, but like I'm so dumb for this because this was my first and last line. But like they s- they weren't certain, so like they did
How long
two.
ago was
So
this?
this is for the KD shooting titles, for the KD 4 shooting titles
Ah,
a
damn, they
while
was
ago.
wilding for KD's
Yeah.
though. Mm.
And so like they split the line. It wasn't one line. And so there was a
Mm.
line on the other side and a line on the other side. So
Hmm.
of the stairway to go into 21 Mercer, and it just broke down immediately. They shut the whole thing down. Released the
Nah,
sneakers on.
yeah.
They released the sneakers on Twitter, bro. So like I literally stood there for no reason, bro.
That shit is stupid. I hated that shit. Like working at SG because 21 was right down the block.
Hmm.
I would see the people line up and everybody getting bullied by people just posting up in their cars. Because
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of kids. So like the kids don't even want to scrap with an old ass man. Like, come on, bro. You looking crazy trying to scrap with kids. Like,
See, but like, I mean, if any kids are listening, if a grown man actually swings on you, they go to jail. So you can
yeah.
literally, you should. I mean, I'm not trying
I
to invoke
mean, yeah,
violence,
don't.
but definitely, you have enough wiggle room that you can tell them to fuck off.
Facts. Make sure one of your homies got the iPhone ready
Yeah,
and maybe lean in a bit and see what happens. So you got the fact that he hit you first, and then it's over. Fuck the
yeah.
whole shit.
I'm dead. Now imagine like mad dudes listening to this podcast, and then we pull up, we see lines of like, "What'd you say?" And he just like,
Yo, bro, I be seeing clips like on TikTok and stuff of like resellers just yelling at kids. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
yeah.
It's never that serious.
It's not that serious. So what was Stadium Goods like? Because I've only been there like twice. right? And I've had Fresco on, so like that's
Oh,
my
shout out to Fresco. That's
Shout
the
out to
big
Fresco,
homie.
yeah.
SG was cool, bro. Like when I started, I legit like sent the email in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, you guys hiring?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they respond like, "Yeah, come through for interview." Started there. Started in stock as seasonal. So I'm thinking like, all right, this shit is clipped after December, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to stay, and then within the next year, I started doing consignment, and that's where you got to see everything, all the
Yeah.
newest kicks, everybody coming in. I started meeting mad cool people, shit like that. But like, it was cool, bro. Like, even though we didn't end in the best of terms,
Mm-hmm.
it's cool. Like I enjoy the people that I met there, all the resellers, the OG resellers that put me on game, what they were doing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool, bro. You got to see what this resale game is like from a different perspective.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's got to be tempting though, right? You see all these pairs
Well,
pulling up, right? And you just like, you're like, man, yo, just let me know. Like, I'll give you like 100 on top. Like, you know what
nah, yeah,
I
that's what
mean?
we would do. Cause like I'll make friends with these people because like I'm seeing you like almost every day.
Yeah.
So like, yo, let me chat it up, and they'll look out for me. Like a couple of pairs that like I've posted, it's because they looked out for me. Like, yo, I got this. You want it?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll just ask them like, yo, bro. They would sometimes like they'll ask for a crazy price. I'm like, yo, bro, you want to wait for that, or I got like 200 right now.
That's the move. That's always the
You
move.
gotta get it right now. Don't be saying here and in 5 weeks you're like, yo, my shit don't sell.
Uh
I'm
huh.
like, yo, you could have sold it right then. You feel me?
You got to pull the Mr. Wonderful. You got to be like,
Yeah,
you got to be like, the negotiation is here. All right.
exactly. Yeah. That's the trick of the trade, bro. You'll be like, you got it's better off getting it now than waiting a month and the stock goes down.
Mm-hmm.
You
Have you?
know?
Has there was there like one shoe that came in? You were like, I can't believe this is here.
Somebody had it was like a PE. Think it was a LeBron PE, a dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I forgot the official name for it. But it was a LeBron PE, and I'm like, yo, bro, how the fuck y'all get this? And he's like, yo, don't worry about it. And I'm like, all right, like,
Bro found
yeah,
where he really found where LeBron stay. He just took his
yeah,
sneakers.
like his size, all that. It was a LeBron PE, I forgot, but I've had that, and then there was this one dude that I got cool with. He came in, he's like, yo, I have a lot of dunks. Can I
Mm-hmm.
bring them? I'm like, yeah, of course. Guy pulls up with like the craziest SBs. He got Dooms, he
Mm-hmm.
got Stussies, Tweeds, all this shit, old shit, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? How long you been holding these, bro? He's like, for a minute now. Like, and it's like it's crazy to see like all these old heads they
Yeah.
collected to collect. I mean, obviously they have pairs they'd wear, but they just
Right.
collected to collect, and they
Yeah.
saw what was happening.
That's. I mean, that it's interesting too because it's just like a lot of people who I feel like who appreciate the sneaker game or sneaker collecting or sneaker culture is starting to like be like I'm out, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's it's kind of like why I really want this podcast to take off so that they don't have to be like, oh, I'm out. Like you can still have your 3 pairs, 4 pairs still and sell
yeah,
the
yeah.
rest, but like still have that appreciation and bring back that like, yo, we telling stories and this and that. Yo, this one time, like I
Mm.
think once we bring that back, then these kids will be like, oh yo man, this shoe's about this and this shoe's about that, or like, oh, this I was listening to. I think what's interesting too, because like especially in podcast form or like if kids listen to podcasts, it's like they can be like, yo, you ever listen to that episode with Rob and he's talking about, getting a pair of the Uptowns, and then that's the story that gets them into it. Not like
Mm.
I saw such and such on Instagram and now this shoe is worth 2K. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, everybody's story now is gonna be so different. Because back in the day, it was like you had dudes be like, "Yo, I traveled to so and so to get these shoes,"
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes people still do that to this day. Like, "Yo, I'm gonna find this shoe," but like kids now be like, "Yo, I made like 500 off this shoe back in the day. I made X amount back in the day," and that's their story, and that's what they got to bring to the table, passing it on.
You think any of that brings anything to the table?
Yeah, because like people are gonna be like, because no matter the story, somebody's interested.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like I enjoy hearing stories about dudes be like, "Yo, I went to Japan to get these
Well,
shits."
not that. I'm talking about the other part where you're like, I paid such and such
Oh
on
yeah,
this
people.
website. You
Yeah,
think that?
people. Yeah, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then like, why would you pay this much? And then they gotta have a story like, "Yo, I paid this to get that." Like, you
Hmm.
remember when the Galaxy phones dropped
Of course.
and dudes was like giving up their cars for it
Hmm.
for a shoe, bro. So imagine what people would be giving up now to get a shoe.
Lots of
A lot of
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Yeah, you see? Bitcoin and crypto, bro.
I'm mad we said that at the same time, bro. First of all, I want to just to jump back to your Parkchester story. I can't believe you stayed out there, right? Like you, I don't know how you like how early did you stay
It
out? You
was
said overnight?
no, I didn't stay overnight. Hell
Oh
no.
man,
Cause
yo.
cause at that time the Parkchester like it was never really packed like that. So I
I don't know. To
stood
me,
around.
Parkchester sounds dangerous. Is all I'm
Oh, it
saying.
is. Yeah, yeah. At
Yeah.
that time, yeah, bro, it was crazy. Nah, I had stayed over my homie's crib
Hmm.
and I just walked to the store and I got there like around 7, 8 o'clock, and it wasn't nobody crazy on the line. And it
Hmm.
wasn't until like the store started opening that it got. And then after that, I'm like, fuck lines, bro. I'm not doing this shit.
He's like, I'm over this. That I
Yeah,
mean, it's still
bro.
crazy. Like I've never like and I feel like I should like the only time I ever went to the hood or the spots in the hood was for the South Beach Nines. The what? And I went all the way to Harlem to Jimmy Jazz, and I didn't know they were
Yeah.
backdooring like crazy. Then that whole
Yeah.
thing was backdoored.
I remember when those came out, I went to Flight Club to see
Mm-hmm.
if I could cop it. They had it for retail, so I was like, fuck, let me see if I could get this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went in, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm like $20 short, bro. So then I forgot the dude that was working there at the time. I'm there trying to haggle him. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm 20 short, but I'm gonna come back tomorrow and give you that 20 to cover it. He's like, nah, bro, this ain't even my shoe. If it was, I got you because I see you all the time. I'm like, fuck, bro. And since then, I wanted them because I was $20 short.
Yeah.
But then when they came out again, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm like, at that time, I would have wore it, but now I'm like, I'm never gonna wear these, bro.
Nah, yeah. I remember wanting them really bad, and then when they did re-release, I was like over it. It's weird, bro. It's so
Yeah,
weird because like that was like the one LeBron that everybody was going for like crazy for. Those in the Big Bangs
yeah.
and
Those I wanted too. And when they came out again, I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know. I
That
guess
price
I,
point
I
took me out. That price point took me all the way
yeah,
out. 250 for a pair of nines like that.
I wasn't wearing that.
Nah, yeah, like because like I was like, listen, I get it, inflation and stuff like that, but like I was looking at the difference, and I'm just like, it's not like they're saying like, oh, we Nike like made the shoe better with they upgraded the tech in the shoe, but it's like it's the same shoe,
It's the same
so
shoe, bro.
yeah, so like I didn't
They
get it.
just they just say that for you to get it. And then in my head, like, so like with those when they came, the Big Bangs,
Hmm.
I wanted them so badly back in the day because my homie had them and they looked so fucking nice.
Hmm.
So when they came back, I'm looking at them, I'm legit checking them because they were coming in crazy at SG. And I'm like, damn, these is really nice, but it's like I don't play ball, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna wear these,
yeah.
and I'm not gonna wear these with jeans because I'm gonna look crazy. So I was just thinking in my head, I'm like giving myself cons to not buy the shoe. Like I don't play ball. I'm not gonna wear these with
You
jeans.
couldn't wear it to the club,
Nah, bro.
the lounge, the hookah lounge.
Can't wear LeBrons at the club. They look ugly, bro.
You wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna pull up to the lounge. I'm put up to the lounge in these big
Hell
bags,
nah.
bro.
They gonna see orange feet at the door and be like, nah, they're gonna charge me crazy to get in.
They'd be like, they're like, they're like, oh, we got a cover charge today, but you let like
Exactly.
the
Exactly. Sorry, pa. And it's over.
be like, that's wild, bro. I mean, like, have you seen crazy? I mean, I don't know. Are you a frequent? Not frequent. Like, were you a club goer before?
Nah, that really wasn't
Yeah.
my shit. Like the club lounge joints wasn't my shit. I would go to house parties and stuff.
Oh yeah, house parties used to be
The
crazy.
house parties. But like when they was going to like clubs and stuff like that, I'm like, that's not my scene, bro.
Hmm.
Just to stand around and try to look cool to like people you're not gonna ever see again type of shit.
Hmm.
I'm good. I'd rather just go to like little parties with my friends and just back there.
Yeah. What's the what's the craziest house party you've been to?
The craziest one was like literally right after. So I used to go to Scanlon,
Mm-hmm.
and like I had left because like that shit just got expensive, but I would still go to my friends' parties.
Mm-hmm.
So we go. This is like when everybody from there graduated.
Wait, don't the well, R.I.P. to Bodega Boys. Don't they? Didn't they call Scanlon Scamlin?
Scamlin, it's Scamlin, Skanklin. There's a whole bunch of different names, bro. Shout out to Mero and Deezus,
Yeah.
but uh, I went to some party with them, and
Yeah.
this is like when around Four Loco was prime and ready.
Oh yeah, with everything in it before they
Yeah,
took everything
bro,
out. Yeah.
I was bent. I'm like, oh, falling into the tub and shit. It was crazy. Just to wake up the next day like nothing happened. I'm like, yo, how the fuck am I alive, bro? Making sure like I didn't throw up on none of my stuff.
Uh huh.
Cause I remember us going to City Island at some point in the night. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, why the fuck we here? Like,
City Island. Why would you go to City Island?
cause one of the homies lived over there, so we dropped them
Who?
off.
There's people that live in City
Yeah,
Island. That's
yeah.
wild.
They got like a whole community, bro. Like I don't know how they travel like that. Like I couldn't do it.
It's one road in, one road out.
Yeah,
That's
but
wild.
he went to Scanlon, bro. So he's like, fuck it, we'll take you. And then we ended up macking around there. Crazy shit.
He was at Sammy's. He was getting.
All of that, bro.
He's getting
Getting
crab.
shrimp, yeah, shrimp, crab, all of that.
That's crazy. So like, I definitely want to talk about your podcast. You hear you doing my podcast. Talk about your podcast. So what was the inspiration to start it?
So I used to do another podcast with two, like three, four of my best friends called The
Mm-hmm.
Forecast. Started doing that. It got popping for a bit. And then like things just come to an end. Like we was like, yo, let's try to focus on our own thing. So I left to go do my own thing, Ugly Radio. So it was
Mm-hmm.
like the main focus was you ever be on the train and you're always wondering like what if somebody else is listening to?
Mm-hmm.
That was the main focus for it. So like I'll have guests and then they'll play their music. And then that got a bit hectic because like I'm asking people for playlists and not everybody can make a playlist. So I'll try to like figure it out. So it was mainly like just have a conversation with your friends and listen to what they're listening to. That's what really it is.
Oh, okay.
Even now today, so like when I do the show today, it's me and my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and like the music is between me and his taste. So it could be whatever. Like we've been playing a lot of hip hop lately, but it could be rock, it could be like old soul stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
anything. So I just wanted people to come on and feel like they're just a part of the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
listening to music.
I mean, that's fire. I think that like I'm a big music head. Like I go to shows and so I go to shows like almost. Well, there was one time I was going to show every week out
Uh-huh.
here, and it was just like,
What's the last show you went to?
went to go see the homie Open Mike Eagle. He
Yeah.
performed in Brooklyn, so elsewhere. I don't know if you fuck with elsewhere at all. That venue.
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's very nice.
It sounds like it elsewhere. Like,
But yeah, it was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm into hip hop a lot, like, but I bounce around scenes a little bit, so
mhm.
like I'm a, like I'll go to like a heavy show, I'm down for whatever, but you won't find me on no country Garth Brooks line or something like that
No,
though.
yeah, I can't do country. Can't do that.
What about you? What was the last show you went to?
The last show I went to, damn, what was the last show I went to? I think it was Playboy Cardi,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Playboy Cardi when Rolling Loud first came to New York. It
Mm-hmm.
was the night before. Worst concert ever, bro. And I'm like,
What? Why?
yeah. Cause like I go with one of the homies, right? And like we kind of like we trying to get there early. And like it's just a bunch of kids, really. There's
Mm-hmm.
people our age, but there's also like just a bunch of kids just trying to rage or whatever. Bro, Cardi's late. The DJ is trash. And then once Cardi gets there, no lie, it was the craziest, funnest 10 minutes ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, he's like, yo, you can't stay and you gotta get the fuck out. Throws the mic. And
What?
talking about he had audio issues, but we hear the shit perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, oh, we got audio issues. He uploads to his IG talking about sorry. Like, I'm like, huh? Like we just spent like 2 hours in a wild ass crowd
Hmm.
trying to vibe to a whack DJ getting lit. But like that shit was whack. And I like Cardi a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like it's tough now, like seeing newer acts and being a little bit
Now
older.
I've
So
seen
yeah,
Slipknot. Slipknot
yeah,
actually was it. So on hip hop side, it was Cardi,
yeah.
but I'm into like new metal, alternative rock, all that stuff.
Hmm.
I saw Slipknot this past year. Best concert
I
ever.
mean, I've heard they put some of the most craziest, dopest shows. So
Bro, because like they
uh,
never come to the tri-state.
hmm.
So if they're ever in like New York or New Jersey, it's like fucking out there. Nobody's going there. They went to
Nah, yeah.
Barclays. I was turned up. That shit was nuts, bro.
So like, what do you have like a pair of kicks that you like? All right, these are my show shoes. Like we out in
Yeah.
these. Yeah. What's that?
I'll I'll either throw on my old pair of Royals,
Hmm.
old pair of ones, or just like Vans. Or my
Nice.
cement threes, like an old beat up pair.
Hmm.
That's the show shoes. Like
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah. For me, it's definitely a pair of fire red threes that I have, and then I have. I mean, right now my Bacons are my beaters right now because
Mhm.
I have another pair, so I just been. Listen, it's a shoe I've wanted for forever, so it's been hard for me to wear something else at that time.
So that
Yeah.
when those came out again, I was
Yeah.
like, nah, these I have to get. Because I remember trying to get them way back.
Yeah.
And then like those, I still got them here. I didn't like the rollout though. There's a lot of B grades and yeah. But I still got a
Nah,
pair.
yeah, you're right though. Like, because that 2020 year was like they were trying to shuffle in B grades with everything too,
That
man.
shit was nuts, bro. I'm
Yeah.
saying like people bring in bacons with like pen marks.
Hmm.
I'm like, huh? I don't know,
Glue
but
stains and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy glue stains is nasty.
Nah, yeah. But yeah, so like I went to that open Mike Eagle show and I've been wearing my Bacons to shows more recently. It's a fun. I
It's a
mean,
good,
it's a 90, so like it's a comfortable shoe.
it's a good shoe.
The one thing about the Bacons though, there's like usually the 90s have that like perforation on the top. And
Yeah.
I didn't think about it until yesterday because I wore them yesterday. But like I'm like, why does my feet smell so bad after every time I wear these? And then I'm like, oh, it's because it's all leather. Like it just
Yeah, the leather toe box is not
yeah,
giving you air.
your foot is just cooking in there. And I was just like, I was
Sleeper.
the because I was wearing them when I was getting I had ankle surgery, and so
Shit.
I was wearing the left one because it was the shoe I was already wearing, and
Mhm.
so the left shoe it would be all the time. I would just have that shoe on while I'm rocking around in like a boot and or like on a scooter, and so I took that shit off one day. I'm like, God damn, bro. It's like, cause then nothing's breathing. I'm like, oh man, I spend more. Like I'm literally on that foot the entire time. So it's just like,
Mhm.
it was ridiculous. I was like, such a bad move. People listening are like, man, this is gross.
Hey, it happens, bro. They don't be putting ventilation in their shoes when they re-rock it. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. Yo, but like yeah, on the music tip, I think it's that I mean that Playboy Cardi concert experience was like it's not similar to what happened with me. I went to see Amine and like
mhm.
it was just nothing but kids. Like I didn't even see like a person my age at all there. And it was just nothing but like
Did you feel awkward?
I felt awkward because I went the first I saw Amine when he only had one album. Literally, he only
Yeah.
had one, so he literally played Caroline 4 times at Irving Plaza because that's the only thing that he had. He had nothing before that, so he so that was more like you see the kids, and then it was like people my age towards the back. But like this show that I went to was nothing. It was just me,
It was just that's crazy.
and
Um,
but I thought Amine was a bigger, like a bigger name, like
you'd be
he could bring
surprised,
people.
bro. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
I just think like I mean, but listen, that the one time I saw Playboy Cardi was that when he performed at TRL and I was working at Viacom, so he
Hmm.
did that like out. They had put up a stage in that. I don't know if you remember this.
Is that the? So wait, that was the day where Uzi was doing the shoulder in the background, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
That
think so.
performance.
Yeah.
Good gift. That's a good gift.
I mean, I was walking home because it was literally like it happened. It was they were filming it and
Yeah.
it was happening as I was like, man, I gotta go home. This is freaking like close to like 6 o'clock. Like, man, what the hell? I'm not doing this. This is not. I got stuff to do. So yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, yeah. I mean, he has songs that I feel like people just turn up for.
Nah, yeah, I fuck with Cardi, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his vampire shit right now, but we'll see what the next gimmick is.
That the red thing was
Shout out
it?
to a whole lot of red,
Yeah,
bro.
the whole lot of red. There you go.
Fire. I fronted on it when it came out, and one day I just played it through while I was at the gym. I'm like, this shit is heat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is hard.
So like, so it's funny. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I've when people talk about sneaker of the year, right? And
Mm.
I hate it, right? I hate talking about sneaker of the year. But I was thinking about it while I was talking to my boy 80 Sneaks about it, and I figure comparing sneaker of the year to album of the year is the only way you'll get a good answer, right?
Mm.
So, what is your album of the year and your sneaker of the year?
My album of the year. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. DS Forever.
Yeah.
That's my favorite album this year. Like Gunna was on top, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Drake stuff too, but like Gunna had the most replay for me.
Anthony
And then
Fantano hated that album. I'm gonna just say
I
that.
don't even all right, I don't even like Fantano, bro. I've hated Fantano since forever.
Uh huh.
Cause like it's just like cause like it's all opinionated. Like your my sneaker of the year is definitely probably different from yours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like so like my sneaker of the year, real shit to me. Be honest with you, the Huff SB Lows, the San Fran version.
Mm-hmm.
I need the NY pair, but the San Fran version,
Mm-hmm.
that's my sneaker of the year.
Nice, nice. So does those two complement each other? Does DS Forever complement the the Huff SBs?
Not really. I don't want it to compliment it either. I'd rather have two different sides, bro.
Nah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, those are good picks. I didn't listen to DS Forever. I'm not a big Gunna fan, but happy to see Gunna's free. So
Shout out to him.
yeah, shout out to
Shout out
him.
to Gunna. We need Thug home.
No, Thug is next. If
Hopefully, bro.
people. I mean, I'll say it. People who know me know that I do not like Young Thug, but yeah, yeah.
You don't?
Nah. I don't like Young Thug at all, bro. So it's a big thing. People come at me hard about it too. For me, I'm just to answer my own question as well.
Yeah, what's yours?
Album of the year is probably it's tough because I really like the Nas album as well, but for me it's probably gonna have to be Chris Patrick's album. What the hell's the name of it again? I don't know if you listened to it, but
No, I haven't.
it's a fire
Put me
album.
on.
I'll put you
I'll
on.
play it on the show.
Yeah, it's called X Files. I don't know why I forgot about that, but yeah, Chris Patrick X Files is probably my album of the year because it's the only album that I keep going back to, and I really like Jid's album as well. But yeah, it's the only album that like I have consistently listened front to back and without switching it up.
Do you have top five albums you like
This year,
and shoes? What are your top five shoes and five
Jesus man,
albums?
we're about to go another 2 hours if we go into that.
Off the top of your
Off the
all
top
right, so
of my
like
head,
what's your rotation and what are the five albums you've been playing?
I'll probably. I mean, off of rotation, I'll answer your rotation question
What's
because
the
I think
rotation?
that's better. I'd probably go Open Mike Eagles component system with the auto reverse, Smino's love for rent, Kenny Mason's rough, Chris Patrick's X Files, and I would have to say King's Disease 3. That's like
Okay.
my five rotation, and then my sneaker. Also, to answer my other question before, my sneaker of the year is the GPS, the Tom Sachs GPS.
That's a good shoe.
Yeah, I finally was able to get a pair, but I like being so hyped, like myself personally, because I was like, I want to do this. I want to donate my beaters and then just make the shoe my like everyday beater. So I've been able to get that. So now I have to donate those shoes. So, but and then
What colorway did you get?
I got the silver gray colorway.
Oh, that's a good color.
Yeah, that's
The
a good
gum
color.
sole.
Yeah, that gum sole.
Yeah.
Very hyped to get those in. So, but what's your five? Your five albums?
My five, tell you right now, bro. So outside of Gunna's DS Forever, it's been Bad Bunny's album,
Mm-hmm.
Futures, I Never Liked You, Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart,
That's a great album.
super.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been running back Gunna's Wanna album.
Mm-hmm.
Been running that a lot. How many is that already? That's five?
That's four.
Four. And honestly, I really liked Larry June's last joint.
I mean, I was in LA and we would listen to that. It's one thing about Larry June, like to me, Larry June, and I said this in the car when we were listening to it. To me, Larry June is the West Coast. What's his name from Griselda? No, not Billy. What's his name?
Benny?
No. Alchemist.
Boldy?
Boldy James. There you go. He's like
I
the
fuck with
West
Boldy
Coast.
James.
Yeah, he's like the West Coast Boldy James for sure. Because like every song he raps the same. Like his flow. He's
Yeah.
like he'll kind of like his cadences are kind of very the same, similar.
Yeah.
And it's like I was saying Boldy James is like I call him the monotone sniper because like the bars, like every bar is like he has no wasted movement. Like you're literally you're getting a hit all over and over again. And I feel like Larry June, like he's like Larry June's like he has the same like demeanor, but his bars are more like we chilling, we smoking. Like that's it's big
Chilling,
difference.
smoking, and smoothies, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
that's it right there, man. So at the end of every episode, I always ask another question, and that question is, what does the thrill of the hunt mean to you?
The thrill of the hunt. Oh man, how do I explain it? It's like looking for Pokemon in sneaker terms, like because when Pokemon first dropped, the mission was get all 150. Then when Mew dropped 151, so just hunting down for a shoe, it kind of brings back to what it used to be because you can't just walk into the store anymore. I mean, kind of here and there, but like it's for stuff that you don't even want. When you want that one shoe that's been hiding from you, just searching on Grailed, Go, all these sites, just looking for it, trying to strike the deal. Sometimes you gotta lowball the guy, ease them up, something. But like it means everything, bro. Because like if you want if you want something, you're gonna get it.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully not for the crazy cost, but you're gonna try your best to get it.
exactly.
So it keeps you on your toes. It keeps me on my toes, and I still enjoy it to this day. Like,
yeah, man, perfectly said. Let everybody know where they find you.
everybody can follow me on Twitter at Uglynewyork, IG Uglynewyork. You can follow the show on Spotify, Apple, anywhere that the platforms have podcasts. Just look up Ugly Radio. You'll see the big slime on it. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, for sure. And for everybody out there, you know what we say: wear your kicks. Peace.